X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain and in bed. I'm out here with my friends and enjoying my family.
Big thank you to LifeWave for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using LifeWave daily and their families. Big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Good evening, everyone. And we always love this Tuesday night call because we always hear something new and there's so much to know and learn about LifeWave and X39. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and do just a little brief PowerPoint presentation with you all. And we're going to be talking about activating your own stem cells. This is very exciting news, breakthrough technology. But before we do that, I just want to share my own personal realization I came to a number of years ago. I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older, and that's younger. And I bet you many of you can relate to that. And with that being said, before we start, let me ask you a personal question. If anything were possible, what is one thing that you would choose to experience differently or better in your health or in the health of someone you love and care for? Think about that. What's one thing you would choose or one thing you would like to see change in someone you love and care for? And what difference would that make for you or them? So ponder that question as we're going through tonight's presentation. And before we get started, just want to make a general disclaimer. Our products are not designed to treat, heal, cure, diagnose any disease. They do, however, help to bring our body back into a more holistic, healthy state, and wonderful things then can begin to start happening. So welcome to the stem cell revolution, because we believe everyone wants to look, feel, perform, and live younger. And we know that stem cells are the key because they're a vital part of our immune system that helps to regenerate and repair damaged cells in all of our body, in our organs, and our glands, and our bones, and our muscles, and our eyes, and our, our skin, everywhere. The problem is, the older we get, the less stem cells we have. Sadly, at my age 60, only a small percentage remain. And the fewer stem cells we have, the faster we age and the slower we heal. So the problem is stem cells decline as we age. And you could see, here's a chart, from when you're a baby, you're just about all stem cells, and as we age, the amount of stem cells in our body decreases to the point when we're 60 and above, there's hardly any left. So what about stem cell injections? And I know they become quite popular, but they're pretty expensive. They can be painful, risky, controversial, with no guaranteed results. You could spend tens of thousands of dollars and maybe or maybe not get the results you're after. Well, we've got good news for you here tonight, because you can look, feel, perform, and live younger with a historic breakthrough in stem cell activation technology. It's a new wearable technology in patch form It's affordable, it's safe, it's non-invasive, it's drug-free, and it's a patented form of phototherapy that uses specific frequencies of light to enhance and improve stem cell activity. Now, this is the brainchild of our visionary founder and CEO, David Schmidt, who David is not only a brilliant scientist and researcher, he's also a genius inventor with over 130 patents and patent pendings. And he's been on the leading edge of phototherapy research and science for over 20 years. Now, David's already conducted over 80 clinical studies proving the efficacy of our LifeWave phototherapy products, and many more studies are always in the works. And that's because LifeWave is a very advanced technology company focused in health sciences. It was started back in 2004 based on an energy-enhancing technology David developed under contract with the U.S. government for Navy SEALs to help increase their strength, stamina, and performance without drugs, stimulants, or caffeine. It turned out to be so effective, it's now used by professional athletes around the world. We have corporate headquarters, laboratory, and manufacturing in California, Utah, and Ireland. And we already have global distribution over 75 countries with 15 global distribution centers. Now, the word is getting out. Pro and amateur athletes around the world in almost every sport are using our technology, our LifeWave products. Serena Williams, well-known, soccer star David Beckham, Michael Phelps and his entire team using it. So if you look carefully at some of your favorite athletes, you might see these auspicious little white patches on their body, and that's LifeWave. So how does this amazing technology work? Well, it's based on a type of light therapy called photobiomodulation. And LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals. And when they're applied or near our body, they're activated by our body heat. Then they begin to re-emit very specific wavelengths of light, which stimulates targeted and beneficial responses in our body. This is called photobiomodulation, and it's the basis for our LifeWave phototherapy patches and technology. Now, it's been a well-recognized and proven scientific principle that specific frequencies of light can cause specific changes within our body. And for example, when we go out in the sun, a specific frequency of light from the sun gives us a signal for our body to manufacture vitamin D. We're not getting a vitamin D download from the sun. We're getting a light frequency download, and our body then says, oh, manufacture vitamin C. And likewise, another frequency of light, ultraviolet, tells our body to make melanin, the chemical that gives us a suntan. Well, LifeWave's patented technology based on the same rock-solid, widely recognized scientific principle. Now, our focus for the last 14 years has been in the field of anti-aging and regenerative science. And 4 years ago, we released to the global market the LifeWave X39 stem cell activation patch, and it was a game changer. Truly a historic and affordable breakthrough in stem cell activation, some calling it the holy grail of anti-aging restorative science. And we're actually doing what the multi-billion-dollar companies in big pharma have not been able to do. And X39 actually activates a very specific copper peptide that activates and tells our body to activate stem cells, while also altering gene expression towards a younger and more vibrant you. So X39 certainly is a true breakthrough. David, our founder and inventor CEO, says, my greatest accomplishment yet, with an emphasis on yet, because he spends more time in the laboratory than in any office. And yes, we have patents. Yes, we have clinical studies and field results proving that X39 is actually turning back our biological clock, helping people to look, feel, perform, and live younger. And for us baby boomers, this is very exciting news. So that's my little short introduction. So I'm going to stop my share.
All right. Good Monday morning to all of you. So good to see your faces. I love when you guys put your cameras on. I understand if you can't, some people are still in their bathrobes. It's okay. But I love to see your beautiful faces Monday mornings. My name is Michelle Niels. I live in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I am one of your hosts for the Monday Morning Chat. And today is Monday, April 17th, 2023. And we get together every Monday morning with our incredible Live Younger community, which is Gregory and Robin are our incredible leaders, the most heart-centered people I have ever met. I've been in other network marketing companies. I've never met anyone like Robin and Gregory. I love them so much. I know you guys do too. So I just want to give a couple ground rules for our call. We meet for about a half an hour, and the first 15 minutes or so, about the first half, we would like to focus on the star of the show, the X39, because that patch does so very much for all of us, physically, mentally, emotionally, and dare I say spiritually. And I will say that. And they are the inspired creation of our wonderful founder and genius inventor, David Schmidt, who is a very godly man that we love dearly, a man of high integrity, incredible spirit. I've met him. I actually got to shake his hand and get a picture with him a few years ago at one of the first conferences I went to. So welcome to all of you who are new. If you are new to our call and maybe you're checking out LifeWave, maybe you've never tried a patch, this is a great call for you to hear testimonials from people who have been in for a few weeks to a few years, maybe even longer. But the X39 has been around since late 2019. And boy, that patch is like 70 or 75% of our sales, totally globally sales. So there's so much that it does. So that's why we like to focus for the first 10 or 15 minutes at least on the X39. And so when you're ready to share, or if you have a question, you will find at the bottom of your screen, there is a reaction button, and you just click on that, and then it says raise hand. You just raise your hand and I will call on you. And another little couple other parameters is try to keep your share to 30 seconds to a minute or so that we can have more people sharing. And it's best if you talk about how you were before, and then the patch that you used, in this case, the X39 for the first bit here, and then how you felt afterwards. And another thing that we need to keep in mind is we want to remain compliant. So please use symptoms only. Don't name any disease names, because the LifeWave patches do not, heal, diagnose, cure, prevent any disease. So please remain with symptoms only. So who would like to start us off? It looks like Gail from Fort Collins. Hi, my neighbor. Go ahead and unmute, Gail. I can't hear you yet, Gail. I think now you're unmuted, I think.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So when I joined LifeWave quite a few years ago, and when I first joined, I was really healthy. And Satsunder is the gentleman who introduced me to LifeWave. And I started wearing the X39, and I noticed more energy. I noticed better sleep, and I already had great sleep because I own a medical product called the Beamer. So, but I was like shocked that I even had better sleep. And I felt happier. And so I really loved it, and I've been using it ever since. And I honestly am struggling right now to remember things. I was just in a total car accident last week, and I was hit by a drunk driver.
Oh, Gail, I'm so sorry.
And my car rolled, and I saw the whole thing with my husband, and so I'm sorry I'm so upset, but when I talk about it, I relive it, and I've been having massive anxiety. I have 7 broken ribs. I have a fracture in my T4. I have a minor concussion. And I would just love to connect with some people to help me with the different. I mean, I know a lot, and I'm very smart, and I'm 72, and I've was a professional dancer till I was 61, but I don't think my mind is really clear at times. I had a minor concussion.
Gail, you've been through an incredible trauma, and you are in the right place, and you are totally supported and loved here by this community, and your emotions are totally fine. They're all welcome. And you know, you're also with the right company, and we have so many things that can help you. So keep your faith. I can tell you have a very strong spirit. You're going to get through this. And so since the accident, which patch have you been using? X39 for a while now, it sounds like, right?
Right. I used when I remember, I used the X39 and the X49 because my body is challenged with that severe weakness of the bones. And right now, because I'm wearing this brace and I have 5 broken bones here. So these are just washcloths to give me a little bit more cushion. I have some Eon patches on right now. I put 2 on. I didn't think that was going to be a big deal.
No, I think you're on track there.
And then I was thinking that I should probably wear the energy enhancers every day to help with the healing. And the thing is that I think I'm still in fight flight because I can't really digest very well.
Michelle, I think Dr. Tom might have some
Yes,
guidance.
Dr. Tom. Yes, I think it would be wonderful. You know, and the fact that you're even on this call 1 week after your accident, Gail, and you know, putting yourself out there like that, you're very brave, and we all are supporting you and loving you, and you're in our prayers. Dr. Tom, go ahead.
I was going to say the same thing. It's a gorgeous share, and that's one of the powerful pieces of this call is that life is up and down, you know, and we struggle. And Michelle's right on, Gail, that you were in great shape before being an athlete, a dancer. And the good thing about these technologies is they put people who are doing the right things on the fast track. So definitely stay close to your practitioners, of course. But these technologies will help dramatically. I was going to share some stories. I was at a Holistic Expo all weekend and had some great stories about spinal. Didn't have any multiple rib fractures, but lots of folks in a lot of pain looking for some help, right? And I think your doc will have his eyes popped open, his or her eyes, their eyes. Hopefully you got multiple practitioners. Because of the concussion, you can try either energy enhancer or ice wave at the temples or at the mastoids. Span the whole skull, and if you can you can even try the HAP protocol. But
I missed that last sentence.
You can definitely try the HAP protocol if you go to liveyoungersuccess.com and how to use the patches. And work with the people who you work with, of course. But the HAP protocol is great. Ice Wave and Energy Enhancer, both of them have a beautiful revascularization dynamic. It's not just anti-inflammatory. They actually bring the right healing molecules to the space, right? So you got really great flow there. Take really nice care of your skull. Eon, you can use an Eon. You can even use 2 Eons. Put one on the back. And you could put a set of Energy Enhancer and just under the ribs, just under your cage there, and X40, X39, and 49 at just below the belly button, and create a nice triangle there. Or you might put X39 on the front under the belly button and X49 at the base of the spine, right?
Okay. I do have,
but stay close, and thank you for sharing your story. It's really beautiful, and we're here. Yeah, you're going to do great.
Thank you.
Sure.
One last comment. You know, you're within maybe walking or biking distance from Dr. Barbara, right there. Right. And she might be able to give you some hands-on support and also guidance to which patches where. So I definitely would contact Dr. Barbara if possible.
Okay.
And Gail, I'm in the same office with Dr. Barbara Jennings, and I do healing work. As well. So
There you go.
there you go. You got,
Okay.
you got a team here right around the corner.
Yeah, there you go.
Great.
I'm
Well,
here on the call too, so I could definitely give you help if you want to come in, Gail.
Thank you, Barbara. I do have one more testimonial that I think I really wanted to share. I wanted to share this before the accident, but I also I had a spinal fusion in 1973 and worked for many years to get my body back. And even after that, I did gymnastics and dance and was a very successful volleyball coach and gymnastic coach. So I didn't let those things hold me back. But now my lower back is, let's just say, very interesting with a lot of things. So a few months ago, I kept on having a challenge with I felt like my coccyx was always stuck up my butt. So I said, and I go to Barbara, you might know Mark Darling. I go to a non-force chiropractor. And so anyway, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna tape my Eon patch in my underwear. And I can't believe the amount of pain. I mean, it went from a 8, 9, 10 to a 1, 2. So don't be afraid to put Eon in your underwear.
That's right. We've heard many underwear stories. That's great.
That's so great.
Thank you so much, Gail. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep us posted. I hope you join us on the calls.
That's my intention.
Keep us posted. All right. Thank you, my dear. All right, Heidi.
All right, and focusing on the X39 in 90 seconds or less, I did a patch protocol yesterday, and this is an interesting time to share this because I actually have been living in a new location and been meeting all sorts of new people. I met a Marine yesterday, and I was sharing my story of my sleep, and I have experienced X39 for about a little over a year now, but I started patch stacking. So you can see I've got probably 2 right here, and I stacked these patches, and I asked him, I said, I know that you're a Marine, and I know that you're retired, and I know that you've experienced trauma, and I know that you probably don't sleep very well. And he said, how'd you know that? And I said, because I had traumatic sleep patterns until I wore this patch. And I said, do you mind if I put it? I says, it's stacked with another patch that I use during the day now. And I says, but I started stacking it at night. And I says, I wore it on my heart. And I says, can I see your dog tags? And I looked at his dog tags and I said, can I put it right underneath your dog tags? Well, we were just casually talking, and he was sharing his story of the last time he cried. And it was when his sister died 3 years ago. 20 minutes later, he started crying and he goes, is that what it's supposed to do? And I said, yes, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Breaking down the barriers, letting those emotions be free, feeling is feeling. What's that, Heidi?
X39 was stacked.
Was stacked. Can you tell us what it was stacked on? Did you say that?
I didn't, and I wanted to keep it to 90 seconds, and I did it at 93 seconds. So I'll put it in the text so you can move on to the next story.
All right, wonderful.
Modeling.
There's no more hands up. I am surprised we have 102 people on today. Yay! I think I don't know if that's a record, Gregory, but we've gotten around 100 before. This is awesome. Okay, Anne Marie, and then Susan, and then Christine, and there they go. They're popping up. Anne Marie, hi.
Good morning. Good to see everyone. I have a story about what happened to me last month. I'm all better now, but it was pretty scary. March 7th, I found out I had a lot of congestion creeping up in my lungs. It's not the thing that's been going around the last couple of years, but it's something that I had to go have somebody look at, and it starts with a P, if that gives you a clue. So it's characterized by a lot of fatigue, feeling very run down, coughing, lots of mucus. So fever, so it was pretty scary. I did everything I could to stay out of the hospital, and yay, I did, with the help of so many. I especially talked with Robin and Dr. Tom, and I wanted to just share with you what I did with patches for this. I did my homeopathics, my supplements, my essential oils as well. It took a lot of different tools to get after this. But anyway, Robin mentioned that I should do X39 on both lung 1 points. So 2 X39s at lung 1 in the daytime, and then switch to Eon at night. These were so helpful. Also energy enhancers at kidney 1, bottom of the feet. We all know 10 on the left, white on the right. And of course I did X39, and I had that at C7. Also Dr. Tom mentioned carnosine, and it was a winner. He said for cardiopulmonary. And so I actually did 2 carnosines which, at his recommendation, 1 couple finger widths below the belly button, and 1, he said to triangulate, which is what you and Dr. Barb Michelle have said so many times, and, you know, go through joints and all these things to get a better effect. And it wasn't for pain, it wasn't the ice wave. But anyway, I did carnosine in the front, below the belly button, and 1 at the base of my spine in the back. And then I added glutathione on top of the Eon at night, because it just helped me, because I just had a hard time breathing at night. It's hard to sleep. And the only other thing I added was energy enhancer. I took another set of energy enhancer. So I was wearing 3 sets. I put energy enhancer right at the base of my rib cage on the left and the right. And I can tell you, the minute I put those on, I could breathe better. I mean, instantly, I could breathe better. So this pulled me through.
Oh my, and you stayed out of the hospital.
I stayed out of the hospital. Thank you very much, Renee, Robin and Dr. Tom and others who pitched in. I really appreciate it, because it was pretty scary.
Yes. Oh, we're so glad you're doing better, Anne Marie. You look awesome. How long ago, what was your?
It was, they found out when they took, the picture of the test, March the 7th.
Oh, March 7th. Okay.
Yes, by the end of March, I was much, much better, doing okay to get back to doing everything.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Powerful story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Susan, then Christine, then Ruth Ann, and then Nadia, and that will probably take us to the bottom of the hour, if not past. And Gregory, is it okay if we go a little over?
Yeah, we can go a few minutes, but if everybody could try and be a little brief. I think that was good modeling. Thank you, Heidi, for your 90-second modeling. That was wonderful.
Yes,
and,
please try and keep it. Anne
Marie's approach, we call that the wallpaper approach.
Yes.
Most people, when you're in a crisis situation, with a lung situation like that, and to avoid having to be hospitalized. God bless you, Anne Marie. That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing.
All right.
Hi, this is my first time here. Excuse me. I have mold sensitivities, and it usually, if I'm exposed, it's a trip to the emergency room, a round of a drug for about a week, and then an inhaler. When I got my first X39, I was overusing the inhaler almost twice as much as I was supposed to. Within 1 week of using the X39, I had no more need of an inhaler. I could finish all my work without getting out of breath, and a couple of days later, I could even go up the stairs with no problem breathing. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that was just the X39, Susan?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
I've been on it for 10 weeks now, and it just keeps getting better.
You just stick with it. Your whole life's going to change. Thank you, Susan. Okay.
I believe it will.
Christine, and then Ruth Ann.
Did I unmute?